Hey, same day. When I was making the how to update your Roll20 tokens, I realized that I don't think I've ever gone through actually making tokens. So I'm here at rolladvantage.com/token stamp. It's the token stamp maker 2. Um, I wasn't here for token stamp maker 1, but it's actually a really easy tool to use. So what you do is you first of all grab a circle that you want to use. Sometimes people use different ones for their PCs and their NPCs and their bad guys, so you can tell everybody apart. Um, Most of the time, I use this thick ring or this one with like a little jazz to it, but on our Gear Gaming channel, I'll use this one too, the one that kind of looks like a gear. I feel like that looks a little bit better. I know you can make your own, not that cool, find another tutorial. This is the bare bones level. And maybe I'll do this one now, because I kind of feel like it. Alright. And then for the border, let's make it white. And then my background color, I probably will also want to be white. That's not white. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Oh, it is. It's just gray on here. It's fine. So maybe actually I'll make it pink. Cool. Now over here on the side is our preview of this. So y'all, I've never used the text, so let's figure that out in a second. All right. So what I have here is I have just this like kind of ghosted girl that I found earlier. Did that not work? Cool, cool, cool. You probably can't even see what I'm doing. I'm dragging and dropping. Usually what I'll do is I'll drag and drop from here, but this is like a thing that I just made for the other part, so I don't want to use that one. So let's just go uh, Bard, 5e, oh no, Bard, Elf. And then I get some Bard Elves. And these are, if you're like paying for a game, you probably shouldn't do this. I want to open image in new tab. I'm going to save. I don't care what I name it, so I'm just going to save it in my thing because it's going to show up down here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop this in here and then reposition it. Now, if this is see-through, it'll be see-through if it's kind of like a different color in the background. You can change the background color, but you can't do like a color select, so you just have to kind of eyeball it to make it close. You also can make this bigger or smaller. So see how it's more of his face. Or I can make it like, ooh, upside down and backwards. Let's not do that. Flip. I don't want to rotate you. There we go. Or I can make it just be his, like, the token. The token can be the entire thing. Which I know I'm talking about tokens when I'm making tokens, but... Oh, cool. So I can, like, if I have bad guy tokens, I can do that. Or I can name him. I wish I had the Enye. That's what I want. I'll make this be black or something. I can't change the... Ugh, that's gross. I can't change the font, which is sad because I like different fonts, but it's fine, whatever. I prefer to just have Roll20 do the work for me with showing which token it is, but I guess you can do it here too if you really wanted. Alright, then easy peasy, download it, and then come over here to Roll20. I have so many games, you guys. Launch the game. And then if you click and drag this over here, it'll open it up as a different thing. So you actually have to come over here to your pictures library and then upload a file. Now I can drag and drop it. And it'll show up over here on the side. Cool. Now I have to be kind of careful to make sure that this is a 1-to-1 ratio. I think it is automatically. And then when I'm doing this, I need to do all the stuff that I want to do in here before I go over and attach it to a token, because it'll keep whatever the last thing was. But I will need to actually make a character. And let's say that this is mine, and I'm a player. Let's just pretend. Okay, so then over here I put the right name. I want to show the nameplate, and I want the characters to see the nameplate as well, everybody else. If it's a DM thing and you don't want them to see, you can see it here, and then you can make sure they don't see it here. So that works. Also, if I had a last name on here, I could change this to be whatever. So maybe his nickname is Salamander. Then I might want that to be the name, or vice versa. So it can be a nickname, it can be whatever, but it represents the character Banye. Okay. And then, like I showed in the other one, I can make this, usually this one is health. So let's say he has 15 health as a first level, whatever. It's actually pretty high. And then an AC of 12. So those are things that I can do. Ooh. Ooh. Y'all. What if oh my gosh. Does it automatically do that? I wonder if, oh my god, you guys, I'm learning new things as I go. Okay, let's say that I have armor class of 10, HP or hit points of 15. It automatically put it on here. That's pretty cool. If I change this to 17, does it change it on my character is what I'm going to ask myself. No. 10. So I guess that this is the first part and that's the second part. So I thought it was like something out of 17, but I think that it's actually the other way around. But see how it did change it right here? That's crazy. Okay. Oh, and then I don't want a bar. I understand now. Okay, great. It doesn't matter. That's fine. Okay, so 12 and 15. Yeah, I don't want it to actually have like a bar above their heads. It feels kind of weird to me, but that's fine. So, okay. Now what I do is I open up this thing and I go to bio and info and I press edit. So what I'm going to do is I want to use the selected token, which I've already clicked on, and then maybe I'll use that initial file as the little picture because that'll show up over here to the blue person when I save changes. So now anytime that I have a Banye on the page, he'll end up the exact same size as before with those two things on the top. If a player character, I almost said graduates, levels up and wants to change those numbers, just have them change them themselves and then reattach it to their character by pressing remove and then add character. All right, and then let me just make sure. So here's a 1x1 square. It's a little bit off as you can see when I'm close up. Ooh, that's way too big. I'm actually going to go ahead and make this be a 1x1 and then edit, remove, and then use selected token. So now when I drag him off, he will always be a 1x1 square no matter what, no matter how big that is on the page. And then you can do the same thing with, let's say, a zombie beholder. That should be a 2x2. It's a little bit smaller than a 2x2, but that's okay. Or no, that's perfect, 2x2. So now they're always the same size. So set it up the way you want it, and then every time you do it, it'll be perfect. That's it. That's all I wanted to show you.